How many times do you get a new scrapbook supply or maybe a new kit in the mail and you're so excited about that new kit that you open it up, you look through everything, and you feel so inspired that you create something right away. You sit there and admire your project, but then you set your brand new supplies off to the side and they get forgotten about until the next package arrives. Hi guys, I'm Jana Eubank and I'm going to play and finish up using all of the pieces of my January 2023 sampler. My goal is to create 2 layouts with each of my samplers this year, and I've already created one layout with this kit, but I had several pieces left over and I just knew that I could utilize these pieces for another layout. You saw me flipping through the leftover pieces of the kit earlier, and what I decided to do was pull out all the largest pieces from the kit and use that layered up together as a base for my single photo layout. I also had this large piece of teal paper left over, so I pulled out my paper tray ink skinny frames dies and I decided to cut a frame for my photo using that pattern paper. I'm going to just glue it right on my photo, and while that is drying, I'm going to ink up the layers that I've already selected and get those adhered together so that I can keep working. Now the background paper that you see there is an older craft paper by Lawn Fawn. It's a chevron pattern. A lot of times I keep these printed craft papers because even if I don't like the printed design on the front, I can always use the craft cardstock on the back. I wasn't sure if I was going to use that printed chevron because that's so 2012, right? That's actually when this paper was made. But I really like that chevron pattern with these pattern papers, so I'm going to keep it. Now, also left over in my January sampler kit was this wood frame, this black wood frame by Spellbinders, and I decided to flip it over and add it some pattern paper to the opening and then use it as a layer on my kit. The arrows were a bit too distracting for my particular layout, so I was so happy that the back side is plain and that I could use it either way. I went through my scraps and I found this lemon yellow polka dot, which matches my brother's shirt perfectly and actually balances these colors on this page. So I'm going to tilt that Polaroid frame slightly, and then I'm going to use the Thermoweb foam squares that also came in the kit to add my photo. You can see that I'm adding those squares in a strategic way, and that's because I want it to be the same height as that wooden Polaroid frame. So I'm just adding those squares to the back of the photo where it doesn't overlap that frame. So now that I have that in place, I'm going to go back to my kit. I'm going to look through the scraps. I thought I might add a vertical strip of paper, cut it in half and kind of hide it behind those layered papers, but I didn't end up doing that. But I'm going to go through the other pieces and just choose some journaling cards that I think I might use. I had just some tags that I had fussy cut from some of the cards, some labels that I had fussy cut from some of the cards from my last layout, and then I'm just sorting through the little die cuts that I received, seeing if any of those will work, and just pulling out the items that I think I might be able to utilize on this page. Now I love these 2 tags that I had fussy cut out, and I knew that I could put them right there at the top of the page just as an accent. Now if you needed additional room for journaling, there's not a ton of journaling I want to do on this photo, but you could use those journal tags as create a pocket for them and add additional journaling up there. I also really loved that Do Your Thing clipboard. The journaling I want to add to this photo is that all 4 of my siblings and I are so different from one another, even though we grew up from one another or grew up in the same household. And I love that about us. So I love that sentiment that says do your thing on that clipboard because it will match my journaling perfect. Now the impetus for this page is actually these number stickers. I actually used one of them on a birthday layout of my daughter, so I was trying to think of another way that I could use these numbers. And so I decided to do a layout where I featured the year a photo was taken. Because my siblings and I don't really get our picture taken together or a snapshot taken together very often, I knew that when I scrapbooked this photo, I wanted to predominantly display the year. So that's what I'm going to do here. The sticker sheets by Simple Stories that come in the sticker book are quite thin, and so I knew that I needed to mat those on white cardstock, so that's what I did. I placed them on white cardstock and then fussy cut them out so that they would have a little bit more of a die cut feel to them, and then I could pop them up with foam squares without thinking they would collapse inside the page protector. I'm using the foam squares to pop up all the other elements here and just getting the flowers into place, the clipboard and the tags into place, and now I'm adding the pencil cup and the envelope. The pencil cup is a die cut. The envelope is actually fussy cut from one of the journal cards. I thought it would make a good place to anchor my year. So I'm going to use foam tape and adhesive to get the letters or these numbers into place now. And I love that they have all the fun bright colors of the background layers. It just ties all the colorful pieces together perfectly. Now, I don't think I've mentioned already in this video what collection was featured in the January sampler, and that was the Simple Stories Life Captured collection. So we had a bunch of 6x8 papers, some of the element cards, and then we also had a sheet of the from the sticker book. That is the numbers that I have. You know, everyone's going to have something a little different. Here's one of the labels that I have fussy cut from one of the journal cards that I thought I might add some details there. But I'm not loving the orange, so I grabbed one of the journal cards with a notebook pattern on it, and I was thinking I could have it peek out here along the bottom edge. I'm just auditioning some of the scraps that are over there in the kit from my last layout. And I don't really like how that journal tag looks hanging down, but I do find this navy label, and I like that a lot better than the apricot colored one because it actually balances the navy heart paper that's in the upper left corner of the layout. So I like how that color continued there. Because I liked that label, I thought, you know, it'd be cute if we just use all three of these labels to add my journaling. So I will fussy cut this last green one, and then I will kind of waterfall them down as you see there to hold my journaling. Now I have this little space between the pencil cup and the year 2017 right there that I feel like it needs some accenting. So I'm looking through the journal cards to see if there's anything I can fussy cut out to use as an accent. On the March card, I find this push pin and this paper clip. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut those out and just add those as little anchoring elements to that pencil cup. But it didn't quite fill the spot, so I decided I need to find something else. So on the pattern paper with the little plants, I fussy cut out this potted flower, and that filled it perfectly. The next thing I thought I might do is add a horizontal band of pattern paper across this layout. Before I thought I might do a vertical layout. I didn't like that idea, but I thought, okay, maybe I can use some of the scraps and add a horizontal piece. So I'm going to look for some larger pieces. I find this camera paper, and I cut that out in half and try that out. But I don't really like it. I feel like it's too busy, and so I decided to just keep the layout really simple and pull off those two pieces. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the stencil. Inside of this kit there was a heart stencil, and I thought that this layout needed a few scattering pieces. So I decided to grab a scrap of the blush ledger paper, and I'm going to doodle some of these hearts onto that blush paper, and then I'm going to fussy cut them out using my scissors. Now I thought these doodle hearts would look really cute because there's other doodle type elements in this collection. There's the numbers that I'm using, and then also those sketched flowers above the clipboard have kind of a doodly feel with them. So here you can see me just fussy cutting out those teeny tiny hearts, and then I'm going to scatter them on the layout. I have two that I'm going to place down by those journal labels, and then I'm going to place three in the upper left corner overlapping that black Polaroid frame. And I really like how those look. I'm going to pull out the Thermoweb foam squares to pop those up to give them a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to pull in some gems. In the kit, we also received a little strip of some essential gems by Spellbinders. Mine are kind of a purple color, and there isn't really any purple in this collection, but I thought they would pull pink to the pink side if I placed them on these pink hearts. And so it worked. I like that little bit of sparkle, and it was the perfect finishing touch. I'm also going to add a doodled black outline around the edge of my page. I just feel like it frames it really nicely, and then again it ties back into those doodly hearts and also the title year that says 2017. The last thing I decided to add to this layout was a bit more black. So I'm going to add some black and white baker's twine to the top of my tags. I'm going to knot and loop one of them, and then the other one I'm going to tie a bow. Often when I have two tags together like this, I will do that. I want each of them to have their own personality, so to speak. So I'll knot one and loop or tie a bow on the other. I do the same thing with buttons. It's kind of funny. Now the Life Captured collection had lots of office themed things, so I thought it'd be fun to just use my mini stapler and staple down that twine. And that completes the layout. I will go ahead and add my journaling to the labels at the bottom of the page off camera. Here are a few detail shots, and that completes my second layout with the January 2023 sampler. You can check out my first page on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you next time.